Welcome to Autofocus, the Philippine Motor Show. Just as I am, hope you are staying safe and healthy as we give you the latest about the automobile and its industry. I'm Ray Louis Gamboa.
Starting off with reviews of two vehicle models presently in the local market. A mid-size SUV from Ssangyong, a 2019 Rexton 2.2-liter 4x4 automatic, and a sports car from Honda, the Civic Type R. Plus, a feature-to-feature comparison of two subcompact SUVs, the Ford EcoSport and the Geely Coolray, together with the latest news and developments in the local auto industry. We shall have the Bon Route Appetit on our special feature.
The next 60 minutes is all about the automobile. This is Autofocus and we'll be right back after this short break.
Dad, naflatan kami.
Dad? Dad?
You okay? Iwan mo na yan. Ako na bahala dyan. Let's go. Hatid ko na kayo. Tara. Excuse me? Let's go!
Thank you. You always have my back.
Have fun.
I will.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the Automobile Show. We start this edition of your electronic magazine with a review of one of the latest automobile models from Ssangyong. The fourth largest automotive manufacturer in South Korea, Ssangyong Motor, has built itself a reputation as a maker of premium sport utility vehicles with solid design, all-wheel drive, and diesel engineering. Up next, we take a look at one of the models it has brought to our shores in Ssangyong, Philippines, the Rexton 2.2-liter 4x4 automatic transmission.
The 2019 Ssangyong Rexton 2.2-liter 4x4 automatic arrived to make its presence felt in a very crowded local sports utility vehicle market. Just 150 millimeters short of 5 meters long and needing just 40 millimeters to make it 2 meters wide and 200 millimeters to make it 2 meters tall, the Rexton fits snugly into the mid-size SUV segment. Ssangyong has moved on from the days of the angular rugged Musso, one of its first entries to the SUV market, to a smoother and more conventional SUV design for the Rexton. Not setting itself too much apart from the competitors in terms of design, but nonetheless presenting an athletic stance, lines and proportions to avoid cookie-cutter critiques. With a handsome fascia featuring integrated LED headlights, turn signal, and daylight running lights, and not forgetting derrière fog lamps, and a rear that is just a touch above conventional with a spoiler and high-mount stop lamp. Bespoke chrome 20-inch alloy rims, wrapped by 255/50 R20 tires, add the necessary sporty touch. While Ssangyong does not seek too much separation from competitors with the Rexton exterior design, it does so with a rich-looking interior and a wealth of comfort and convenience features. As is now standard in mid-size SUVs, the Rexton sits 7 with 2 plus 3 plus 2 configuration. The third row also folds easily to add more luggage space when needed. Ssangyong didn't scrimp on quantity and quality of the leather for the seats and door trims on its top-of-line Rexton, nor for the comfort and convenience features that include everything from tilt and telescopic column for its electronic-powered steering wheel, push-start button, power windows, parking sensors, complemented by reverse cameras, automatic headlights, dual-zone climate control with second-row AC vents, power seats, which is 8-way for the driver and 6-way for front seat passenger, with both heated and ventilated, to even cruise control. Dash and instrumentation present a classy mix of analog gauges and digital display. There was no scrimping on onboard entertainment system with connectivity either, with touchscreen display, auxiliary jack, USB, and Bluetooth connections ready for almost seamless tethering to both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The sound playing through 6 speakers. The Rexton 2.2-liter 4x4 drivetrain features an inline-4, 2,157cc DOHC, 16-valve, turbocharged and intercooled diesel engine with CRDI, generating a max 181 PS at 4,000 RPM and the max 420 Nm of torque at 1,600 to 2,600 RPM. With all that power and torque coursed to all 4 wheels via a 7-speed transmission, said to be among the smoothest in class. Stopping power comes from an all-wheel disc brake system, complemented by a host of active and passive safety features, including anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution and brake assist. Also added for safety are stability control, traction control, hill start assist, hill descent control, driver airbag, passenger airbag, front curtain airbags. Solid body on frame construction make the Rexton 2.2-liter 4x4 automatic a good and safe bet for driving on rough roads and uneven terrain, while a longish 2.865-meter wheelbase provides stable ride and handling at speed. All these are complemented by front double wishbone with coil springs and a rear 5-link suspension system. Ssangyong believes it has put together a competitive package of product and price in the 2019 Rexton 2.2-liter 4x4 automatic to do well in the local mid-size SUV market.
Many are wondering about the local automotive market. Will fare post-ECQ or GCQ? Will there still be interest for buying SUVs and other cars? If there are still people looking to acquire mid-size SUVs, then Ssangyong Rexton should be among top-of-mind options. The latest auto industry news and developments right after this break. Welcome back to Autofocus, and we now have the latest auto industry news.
Top executives of Lexus Philippines recently met the local motoring media in a virtual press gathering to discuss how new ways of mobility will play a big role in helping consumers adapt to the new normal, as the company also finds new ways to make their products and services more accessible and convenient to their consumers. With this, Lexus Philippines revealed that LC convertible will soon be available in the local market, the first of which is the LC500, the brand's flagship coupe. According to the company, the LC model line is a representative of its evolution towards becoming a luxury lifestyle brand, providing driving pleasure and excitement to enrich customers' lifestyles. The new LC convertible joins the coupe as aspirational halo models for the entire Lexus lineup, providing unique driving experiences that stimulate the senses and express ultimate beauty. It's said that with exterior styling based on LC model line, the LC convertible retains excellent aerodynamic performance and optimal weight distribution, incorporating functional beauty into the design. The soft top roof provides a unique silhouette and sporty disposition. The LC convertible retains a beautiful silhouette when the top is lowered through its automatic folding mechanism that stores the top under an integrated Tonmyo cover. It is powered by a naturally aspirated 5-liter V8 engine mated to the DirectShift 10 automatic transmission. According to Lexus Philippines, the new LC500 convertible is scheduled to go on local sale by the third quarter of the year. Toyota Motor Philippines has launched new products and services on its digital platform for their customers' convenience and safety as the country transitions to the new normal. The company recently set up a dedicated webpage for Toyota news and advisories, as well as links to assist customers through toyota.com.ph/here4you. Most dealerships may have opened, but customers can still check out Toyota vehicles while at home through toyota.com.ph/vehicles, where they can access the vehicle specifications and features, price lists, and promos. The company added that a virtual showroom will be available soon. Prior to these, service appointment bookings have been made available via the mytoyota.ph digital tool, as the company is looking to implement 100% appointment system for servicing vehicles. Moreover, Toyota said that flexible financing schemes, extended payment terms, and payment holiday terms will continue to be provided. Along with these are the free services such as periodic maintenance, insurance, and back-to-cleanse vehicle sanitation. According to the company, more features and more options and deals will soon be added to meet every customer's needs. Sojitz G Auto Philippines has announced that the all-new Geely Azakara is set to be launched online on May 30. The formal digital launch will be streamed on the Facebook page, YouTube channel, and website of Geely Philippines, where the company will take viewers to details of the new model. With the COVID-19 pandemic that has hit the world, social events and mass gatherings are prohibited, and so being active on online platforms serves as Geely's way of reaching out to more people. Additionally, the company said that they're investing more in producing healthier cars. At present, all Geely models being sold in the Philippines are equipped with CN95 cabin filters that has a high filtration efficiency for airborne microbial, inert particles, and droplets that are often attached to coronavirus.
Those are the latest news and developments in the automotive industry. We shall take another short break. Stay with us. I'll be right back.
Dad, naflipan kami.
Dad? Dad?
You okay? Iwan mo na yan. Ako na bahala dyan. Let's go. Hatid ko na kayo. Tara. Excuse me? Let's go!
Thank you. You always have my back.
Have fun.
I will.
Welcome back to this edition of Autofocus, the country's premier automobile TV and online magazine. Here's Head to Head, our feature-to-feature comparison of the latest automobile models belonging to the same category. Some subcompact SUVs and crossovers now come equipped with 3-cylinder turbocharged petrol engines. Up next, we compare two subcompact SUVs or crossovers in the local market powered by 3-cylinder engines, the 2018 Ford EcoSport and the 2020 Geely Coolray.
Technological advances in engine design and manufacture have allowed the development of new, smaller internal combustion engines that generate the same amount of horsepower and torque of older engines with bigger displacements. There are now turbocharged 3-cylinder engines capable of matching 4-cylinder older generation engines and are lighter and more fuel efficient. Two subcompact crossover vehicles competing in the local market are powered by 3-cylinder engines. The 2018 Ford EcoSport 1-liter EcoBoost Titanium Automatic and the 2020 Geely Coolray 1.5 Sport Turbo. Both priced nearly the same at a little under 1.2 million pesos. Hence, the need for a head-to-head comparo of specs and features. The 3-cylinder inline DOHC 12-valve gasoline engine in the Ford EcoSport 1-liter EcoBoost Titanium Automatic has only 999cc displacement, but with Ford's EcoBoost technology, turbocharger, and intercooler, the small engine generates max horsepower of 128 PS at 6,000 RPM and a max torque of 170 Newton meters from 1,500 to 4,500 RPM. The power is transmitted to the front wheels via 6-speed automatic transmission that features a sport mode. The 3-cylinder turbocharged and with dual VVT engine underneath the hood of the 2020 Geely Coolray 1.5 Sport Turbo has 1,477cc displacement. The G-Power gasoline engine generates 177 horsepower at 5,500 RPM and a max torque of 255 Newton meters of torque from 1,500 to 4,000 RPM. Stopping power comes from all-wheel disc brake system. The engine drives front wheels via 7-speed dual clutch transmission that can switch from normal to sport and eco mode. Both can be considered as SUVs or crossovers, but the Ford EcoSport looks more like an SUV than a crossover, more so because of the spare tire slung visibly onto the rear. The opposite is true of the Coolray. The EcoSport is taller than the Coolray at 1,656 millimeters to 1,609 millimeters, shorter at 4,255 mm to 4,330 mm, and narrower at 1,765 mm to 1,795 mm. The Coolray has a longer wheelbase than the EcoSport, 2,600 mm to 2,519 mm. The EcoSport trumps the Coolray in ground clearance, 209 mm to 196 mm. And while the EcoSport 1-liter EcoBoost Titanium rocks 17-inch alloy wheels, the Coolray 1.5 Sport Turbo rolls on 18-inch alloy wheels wrapped by 225 by 55 R18 tires. Ride comfort and handling are aided by front McPherson struts with coil spring and rear torsion beam with stabilizer in the EcoSport, and similar front McPherson independent suspension and rear torsion beam in the Coolray. One can load up to 52 liters of fuel in the EcoSport and 45 liters in the Coolray. The EcoSport 1-liter titanium comes with HID headlights, fog lamps, and daytime running lights, while the Coolray 1.5 Sport Turbo features full LED headlamps, fog lamps, and daytime driving light. The two come with good quality leather for the seats and trim and boast a host of convenience features. In the EcoSport 1-liter EcoBoost Titanium, one can enjoy power steering with tilt and telescopic column, and power windows and antenna, and a push-start button, keyless entry with central locking and immobilizer, automatic climate control that is complemented by rear vents, and multi-info display. It also comes with parking sensors and reverse camera. For entertainment, there's an audio system with 7 speakers, a touchscreen display, USB portal, iPod support, and Bluetooth connectivity for both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and a navigation system. In the Coolray 1.5 Sport Turbo, one benefits from the electronic power steering column, electronic parking brake, customizable 7-inch LCD instrument panel, smart keyless entry, remote start, and push start button, cruise control. It also boasts a panoramic sunroof. One can also enjoy a 10.25-inch floating infotainment panel with a GKUI smart ecosystem that allows connection with smartphones. The panel also provides 360-degree view of the Coolray, which is specially useful for parking or in slow traffic situations. Both crossovers also come standard with a bevy of active and passive safety features. The EcoSport 1-liter EcoBoost Titanium comes with anti-lock braking system, electronic brake force distribution, stability and traction control, hill start assist, driver and front passenger airbags, front curtain airbags, aside from the mandatory seat belts for all passengers. The Coolray 1.5 Sport also features seat belts for all 5 occupants in the vehicle, driver and front seat passenger airbags, including side airbags, electronic stability control system, and blind spot detection.
The subcompact crossover and SUV market is crowded with good options and features marks and models that should meet buyers' needs and budgets. Comparos are a good way to find one that's just right for you.
Be it fine dining, a romantic garden wedding, a relaxed casual meal, or an important business event, Ilustrado is the place to go. Aside from its famed paella, the Ilustrado restaurant, which is located within the history-laden walled city of Intramuros, is also the favorite destination of food gourmands for its famous callos and lengua and other classic gustatory offerings. Ilustrado restaurant, only for the foodies.
Welcome back to Autofocus, the country's premier automobile news and features electronic magazine. Our special feature is next. Before the COVID-19 pandemic forced the country to go on quarantine, Peugeot Philippines was having a great start to the year and wanted to spread the exciting news by inviting select members of media on a relaxing drive to its latest full-service showroom and dealership outside Metro Manila. Up next is a special feature on what a French car distributor called the Bon Route et Appetit.
The French do things differently, or so say many who've been to France or have dealt with the French in formal or casual occasions. It may be why Peugeot Philippines put a new spin on the usual ride and drive ventures local car manufacturers and distributors hold occasionally to launch and market new models. So it was that Peugeot Philippines invited members together at the Peugeot dealership in Pasig for what it dubbed the Bon Route Appetit. Dong Magsaho, Peugeot Philippines Business Development Director, explains the raison d'etre of the event.
Today we're just looking to get back in touch with our friends from media and give them a few messages. But we want to do it via drive. So it's not just, we call you in and then have a press conference. Not like that, no. We want you to experience the cars as well.
After refreshments were served and some social catching up done, it was time to partner up the invited participants with Peugeot XX aboard the choice vehicles made available for the Bon Route part of the day's affair, petrol and diesel variants of the Peugeot 3008 and the Peugeot 5008, the newest member of the French brand's lineup of offerings in the country. The popular Ralph Waldo Emerson quotation, "It's not the destination, it's the journey," naturally comes to mind as the Peugeot SUV's rollout of the Pasig dealership. But this time, the destination is also of importance.
We're going to drive to our newest dealership in Pampanga, where we are in partnership with the Laos Group. We want to feature that dealership because now it is a full-service dealership. What used to be a sales outlet only is now a full-service dealership with fully functional showroom and also a service center.
Still, the journey, the experience driving, or just riding in Peugeots may be of primordial importance.
Okay, the 3008 is our award-winning SUV. It was a Car of the Year in Europe when it was launched back in 2018. It was made available to the rest of the world in 2019, and it has been doing very brisk sales for us. Right now, there's a nice promo going on, 0% interest for 2 years to own either the diesel SUV or the petrol. Now, both variants are 5-seaters, little differences in the spec, but mostly it is in the engine displacement. Then we have the 7-seater version, the 588 SUV, which is right now doing really, really good for us. There is actually a waiting list for 588. You have to wait about a month if you order now your 588 before we can get it to you. That's how fantastic the response has been for 588 SUV.
Aside from the excitement over sales numbers, what other messages does Peugeot want to share during the journey to North Pampanga?
When we get there, we'll be welcomed by the representatives of the Laos group. And then we'll have a quick lunch. We'll catch up with our friends from the media and tell them about the many things that we have, not just in terms of product, but also other things like automatically we have RFIDs for North and South Luzon in all of our vehicles. There is 24/7 service happening here in Peugeot Pasig, so you can bring in your cars anytime. Work goes on 24 hours. That has allowed us faster turnaround times for those having the car serviced. There's a lot of other things happening for Peugeot that we want to talk about. Little things, but things that matter for the customers in the long run. Yes, we do have an extended warranty, and that is available for all of the vehicles. So on top of the usual 3 years, we add another 2. So that's a total of 5 years of warranty for new Peugeot vehicles.
Waiting to welcome the contingent of Peugeot execs and their guests from media at the now fully functional dealership and service center in San Fernando, Pampanga is Carissa Laos of the Laos Group, official dealer partner of Peugeot in North Luzon since 2018. And she has more good news.
We have a 4-car display, no? So all the car brands and car models are present here in the showroom, and we also have, of course, enough space or service space for our customers as well. We cater to the whole North Luzon. Of course, Peugeot is the only French brand, and it has been actually widely accepted by the Kapampangans in particular. But we have also our customers coming from Tarlac and even Dagupan. Of course, we always brag about the quality being a French brand.
After the sharing of exciting developments for Peugeot Philippines, its new dealership and patrons came the bon appetit part of the day, lunch at a rustic but highly rated restaurant in San Fernando, serving signature dishes of Pampanga. Peugeot looks forward to more visits to its dealerships in Pampanga and the rest of the country.
I would like to invite everyone to please visit Peugeot Pampanga, which is located here at the Laos Group Complex in San Fernando, Pampanga. So I hope to see you.
First of all, there are a total of 6 dealerships at the moment. There are 3 in Metro Manila. We're here right now in Peugeot Pasig. There's one also in Alabang, and there's another in Quezon Avenue. Like I mentioned, there's one in Pampanga, also in San Fernando. We have dealership in Iloilo and also in Cagayan de Oro. And we invite all the viewers to please do pay us a visit and check out our product offerings. We will be very, very excited to have you in our showrooms and to share what we can share with you when you do pay us a visit.
By this time, the nation should be well on the way to easing community quarantine regulations. More auto dealerships are again opening while complying with mandated social and physical distancing protocols to prevent the spread of COVID-19. People looking to buy cars are expected to soon visit showrooms and dealerships, albeit mostly by appointment.
Dad, naflatan kami.
Dad? Dad?
You okay? Iwan mo na yan. Ako na bahala dyan. Let's go. Hatid ko na kayo. Tara. Excuse me? Let's go!
Thank you. You always have my back.
Have fun.
I will.
Motul is the most trusted motor oil of the top teams competing in some of the world's most grueling race competitions, the WRC, the WTCC, and the Japan GT. Motul is the only 100% fully synthetic motor oil in the market. It has antioxidant properties that prevent premature thickening and aging due to thermal stress and guarantees total engine protection. For more information about Motul engine oils, visit www.motul.com.ph.
We have more cars for you to know and appreciate, as we now have our second car review this week. The Honda Civic has always been popular, mainly because it's practical yet stylish, and it could take competition against other nameplates easily. So when the Civic Type R was officially launched in the Philippine market, fans and enthusiasts of the model were giddy to see more of it. Here's what the model can offer. Watch this.
Let's start this car review with the exterior design of the Civic Type R. With just a look, there's no denying that the Type R is a sports car. There's also no denying that its exterior is one of its best selling points, and that is a certified head-turner on the track. Some may say that it looks a bit busy and all over the place, but Honda made sure that there's a good reason for it. For one, the front bumper is equipped with a splitter, while the rear bumper has a diffuser, and there's also a side skirt present here, all of which come in carbon fiber finish and red accents. There's also much more happening over at the rear of the Type R. There's this huge wing-type spoiler that draws anyone's attention. But the real show stealer is the vortex generator, which works together with the rear spoilers to generate more downforce. Meanwhile, the hood scoop, together with the mesh grille, ensures that the engine and turbocharger get enough cooling. In addition, the Civic Type R gets the Honda Red badge. Honda also added 20-inch Berlino black aluminum wheels to the Type R. All of these make the Type R a certified sports car, although it's worth noting that these features can only reach their full potential at a certain speed. The Type R is made for the tracks, after all. Other exterior features of the Type R includes full LED headlights, LED fog lights, and tail lamps, rain-sensing front wipers, triple outlet exhaust, and side mirrors with power adjustment, power folding with integrated turn signal, among others. Now let's take a tour inside the Type R. The interior of the Type R is one that focuses on the driver's convenience and all. The driver-centric cockpit, matched with Type R spec bucket seats, makes for a comfortable ride for the driver. The front seats are wrapped in suede effect fabric, matching the door panels and the center console box. Everything is almost all black, except for the little pop of reds, especially in the leather steering wheel and the seat belts. More about the seats. The rear seats are equipped with 60/40 split folding with fixed headrest configuration, with tilt and telescopic adjustment. As mentioned, the Type R focuses on driver's convenience, hence it's armed with features such as cruise control, electronic parking brake with hold function, and automatic dual-zone climate control. There's also the titanium shift knob, which adds character to the interior of the Type R. For a sports car like this one, these features make it more special. The infotainment system comes with a 7-inch touchscreen advanced display audio with navigation, Bluetooth connectivity, HDMI port at the front, 2 USB ports, iPod and iPhone connectivity, and AM/FM tuner. Audio is enjoyable through 8 speakers. Meanwhile, the instrument cluster is equipped with a 7-inch full-color TFT red illumination driving mode display, throttle brake input display, turbo meter, rev indicator, G-meter, and lap time. Speaking of driving modes, there are 3 driving modes available in the Type R, Plus R, Sport, and Comfort. It's time to check what's under the hood of the Type R. The Type R is powered by an inline 4-cylinder Earth Dreams Technology direct injection 2.0 Li 16-valve DOHC VTEC turbo. This engine is capable of producing 310 horsepower with peak torque of 400 Nm. Coupled with a 6-speed manual transmission with rev match control system, the powertrain of the Type R simply ensures driving pleasure. For safety and security, the Type R comes with anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution, vehicle stability assist, hill start assist, multi-view reverse camera, ISOFIX, immobilizer and 6 airbags among other features.
That was the Honda Civic Type R, jam-packed with details and features that make it stand out. Know more about your car and how to take care of it here on Autopedia.
Hi, this is Sydney from Speed Lab, and today I'm going to teach you how to look at a dyno chart, read and understand it. Spend enough time on the internet and online and you'll probably come across one of these when talking about performance numbers. This is called a dyno chart, and this is the most effective and straightforward way to prove that something makes power or not when it comes to engine modifications. A dyno chart basically tells you how much power and torque your car makes. That's it. It's very simple. It does not tune, it does not add power, it does not do anything except measure the horsepower of your car. It's basically a glorified treadmill for the car. So in every dyno chart, there's always two axes. One is the x-axis, which is always the RPM of the car being measured. So in this case, it's a Montero, so it's from 2,000 to 4,300. Then the y-axis here has horsepower and torque. For the Dynapack dyno chart, they split it into two. But later, we'll review another popular dyno chart that you keep seeing, which is from DynoJet. So these lines represent the number of runs in one dyno session. For the Dynapack one, each file can contain up to 6 runs, which is represented by these 6 colors. We'll start with the horsepower side. That's what everybody keeps asking, and that's what everybody sort of understands a little bit more. The first run is this red line, which is almost always here, the baseline power, which means car comes into the shop, nothing has been done, we put it here, we take a power reading of what it is. Whether it's stock or slightly modified, it's called the baseline because we haven't done anything yet. Then subsequent runs, obviously the expected is you should get more power, which is why you're having it dyno tuned in the first place or having modifications done. And this is our second run. This is a historical one, which we already did a few weeks ago with the ECU reflash. So from here, you can see the peak power at stock is around 155, which is indicated here. This is our power after reflash, which is 181. Note that the RPM is pretty much the same, 3,400 RPM. So that's the correct way to compare power actually, or anything. It has to be on the same RPM scale. Then this is what we did just now with a full exhaust installed. So we're up to 219 horsepower for this old 2009 3.2 Montero. Torque is the same way. You read the graph here. So with diesels, it always starts off high, then goes lower. But as you can see, we have a pretty big, almost 150 foot-pound of torque increase here, from 312 to 446. That's pretty big, considering, just for reference, your average Civic 0.8 only makes 100 foot-pounds of torque. Most people always quote when they get into these internet arguments is, oh, my car makes 100 horsepower because that's what the brochure says. You are only partly right. It's 100 horsepower at a certain RPM. Like for this Montero, when people ask how much power did you make? Oh, stock we make 155 at 3,500 RPM. This is important because if you look at the chart here at the bottom, you're only making 120 horses at 2,250 RPM. This part and this part almost nobody mentions. And here, towards the end of the RPM graph, you're actually only making 90 horsepower at red line of a diesel Montero. This is the number that everybody's most interested in, but this only tells part way of the story. Because here we have practically 155 to 218, that's about 65 horses. But at here, if we take these 2 points, it's actually closer to 60 horsepower. What you're most concerned about is the area in between the two charts that you're looking at. this one here. This is only 1 point, but you have to take the whole chart and the whole dyno as a whole. Same thing with torque. It starts off big, then gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller as you go down to red line. So next time when you want to argue with your friends, you should always ask, okay, horsepower at something RPM. It always has to have that because power by nature is defined as work over time. Torque is the work that you're doing, the amount of force that you're giving. Power is time, meaning how much force you apply over a period of time. And that period of time is from 2,000 to 4,300 RPM. And the M in the RPM is minutes. So revolutions per minute. That's your measure of time. So power always has to have a length of time and that time component in between. It cannot just be, it's not a static thing like, oh, I make this much power now. Yes, but what about a second later? What about 5 seconds later? Okay, that's for the dyno chart from a Dynapack. The Dynapack is actually a brand of dynamometer. The same way that you have an Orion brand ruler, you have a Century brand ruler, and a Stanley brand ruler. Different dynos have different brands, but they all measure the same thing. It's horsepower. And then this is another type of dyno. This is from DynoJet, which is you also see a lot on the internet. And this is their dyno chart. As you can see, it's also the same. You have RPM here at the bottom. You have power here at the y-axis. But you have torque here at the other y-axis. What they do is they intersperse it with each other. Same thing also, you can have multiple runs represented by multiple colors. So this is 2 runs. First run is red, second run is blue. So this is the line for power, these two. Then this is the line for torque. Same thing also, there's a pointer here that you can put here and the values here will change. Also, maximum power at, it will show you here, 180 and 146 horsepower at this RPM here, at 6,000 RPM. Then it will show you also max torque, which is somewhere here at 5,000 RPM. So once again, you read it the same way, power at RPM, torque at RPM. And as you can see, when you're only at 2,500, you're only doing about 20 horse, then it gradually gets bigger, 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 until red line. Same thing with torque. This is a gasoline engine, so your maximum torque is made somewhere here in the middle. So some torque, some torque, some torque, big torque, then torque drops off. Now, are there other brands of dynos in the Philippines? Yes, there are. If your car comes with a printout from one of these, it is unquestioned what the numbers are. Okay, so that's how you read a dyno chart, whether it's from DynoJet or Dynapack. And if you go to the SpeedLab Facebook page, I do post a lot of these things. This one, sometimes this one, because we do have a DynoJet also. And with the corresponding explanations, what these lines also mean. So yes, check it out, so you might learn a thing or two.
That's our feature on Autopedia this week. Hope that will help you in taking good care of your ride. And that's Autofocus this week. We hope you have found this edition of your Automobile Electronic magazine informative as well as entertaining. You can also check us out on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. On behalf of my dad, Butch Gamboa, this has been your host, Ray Louie Gamboa. Please stay safe.